Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Jessica, and today I'm going to be doing a full face of e.l.f. cosmetics. Lately, they've been coming out with a lot of great products, so I thought I would try out some new stuff. I have some new palettes by them. It is an Opposites Attract palette, all new classics, and also I think it's called 18 Hit Wonder. So I wanted to try out those new palettes. Also, I wanted to try out their lashes, some, what are these? Some sponges. They also have a new 16-hour camo concealer, and they have some new setting sprays, along with some new primers and the new poreless putty primer. They also came out with what is this? They also came out with primer infused blushes and bronzers. So yeah, so with no further ado, let's get on to the video. Alright, so now that we're close and personal, I am going to first use the Hydrating Water Essence. And I just like to use this after I cleanse my face and after I tone it. It's kind of like a nice lotion, and it really helps hydrate your skin. It smells really nice. It has, I think it's coconut water, purified water, and algae. And it's just a nice base before I put my primer on. It's kind of like if I moisturize my face. It's just like an extra step that I like to do. You don't really have to do it, but it is nice. So yeah, I just use a little cotton ball, and what's nice also is that it really takes off like the excess of dirt and just impurities that are on your skin. Like you can kind of tell, like see, like I literally washed and cleaned my face and there was still a little bit stuff that you really can take off, so that's kind of nice. So now I'm going to use, first I'm gonna use the, what is this? They've came out with a few face primers. Poreless face primer, a hydrating face primer. They also have a mineral infused face powder. What other things have they came out with? Oh, here's some more. So they have a soothing face primer. They also have a blemish control face primer. And they also came out with a bunch of new ones from this collection of the e.l.f. Plus one. This is the matte oil control lotion. They also have a Glow Plus Radiant Moisturizer from that same e.l.f. Plus collection. Then they also, whoa, I'm just dropping everything. An e.l.f. Plus Glow Primer Stick with coconut and shea butter. And then also, let's see, here it is. And then you probably have heard about this. It's the Poreless Putty Primer. And then there's one more from that new e.l.f. Plus collection. It's a matte oil control primer. So yeah, I have a lot of options for primers. I think I'm going to just use the Glow Primer Stick with the Putty Primer. And I'm just going to put the Putty Primer on the T-zone, and I'll put this around maybe my forehead, my chin, and my cheekbones, just to give that extra glow. So I'm just going to go like this, and it feels really nice. It's kind of cooling, like a hydrating stick. And it just feels really cooling and hydrating, even though it is a glowing stick. Alright, so I'm just gonna kind of put that into my skin. before I do the putty primer. Alright, so there we go. And then here's the putty primer. It just kind of looks like this. I'm just gonna rub my finger in it, not my hand. And then I just kind of tap it into my skin. It's like to really, you know, fill the pores. So you can have that, like, you know, photo finish, poreless kind of look when you put your foundation on. Alright, so there's that. I'm all primed and ready to put on foundation. So, they recently came out with a Flawless Finish foundation. I haven't used it yet. This is going to be my first time using this, and I'm very fair, so I am using Snow, and it's fair with pink undertones. And it's pretty accurate to how my skin looks. And I thought I would use this. This is from e.l.f. It's a silicone sponge, but it also has like a velvet side to it. So I'm gonna put on the foundation with this silicone. I've never used a silicone sponge before, but then I'm gonna blend it in with the velvet side. So let's see how that works. I've never done that before. I've seen these all over when they first would come out, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get one, you know? So we'll see if it is good. I don't think I'm gonna blend in the foundation with this, but I'm just gonna kind of apply it. Okay, so now that I've applied it all around, I'm gonna start blending. Alright, so I blended it all out. I'm not sure about this foundation. I did exfoliate my skin beforehand, and my skin was feeling really soft. But now that I put this on, I just feel like my skin looks extra texturized, but I'm not gonna be too negative yet. I'm gonna try to do my full face before I really see if I like it or not. So next I'm gonna use the new 16-hour camo concealer by e.l.f. They came out with a really great range of concealer shades, and what's nice about it is it has a really big dope foot applicator, like this Tarte Shape Tape. So I'm gonna use just a little bit of this because the only colors that they have at the drugstore is like this one, which is like super light, and then like kind of a medium shade, and then like a little bit darker than a medium shade, and that's it. They don't have the full line of colors like they do online in the drugstore, so I'm not a big fan of that, but hey, it works. So I can't put a lot on though. Alright, I can't use that. I don't like it at all. I'm gonna have to get something different. What am I gonna use? So I'm gonna use this blending brush. It has like a microfiber like layer on top. So I'm just gonna blend my concealer in with this. Woo! I waited too long to blend it because I was trying to get this, and now this is like almost dry. Okay, so I'm blended. Unfortunately, they didn't have a loose powder. They did have I think an HD powder, but I really don't like those because they give you really bad flashback. So I did pick up this. I've been using it for a while. I can't believe I already hit pan on it. I don't think I've hit pan on something in a really long time. So there's probably just not a lot of product in this because I haven't used it that many times. But this is a matte blotting powder, but I kind of use it as an all over finishing powder. So I'm first gonna use just a translucent powder, and then I'm gonna use that for the rest of my whole, like to put on my whole face. All right, so I am all powdered up and baking. Now I'm going to take the e.l.f. Plus mattifying blotting powder, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of a powder brush, this Sonia Kesha brush, and I'm just gonna go in there and kind of take it all around my face. So I just dab, blend, dab, blend, dab, blend. And then I kind of go over some of the spots that I use the translucent powder, just not under the eyes, just everywhere else. Okay, so now that I'm all powdered and ready, I am going to bronze up. So let's see, where is it? I'm going to use the new e.l.f. Primer Infused bronzer, and I'm just going to get a nice contouring brush, bronzing brush, and I'm just gonna swirl it in there. Woo. And it really does get a lot on the brush, so I'm just gonna put it in right underneath the cheekbones, right in that like area where it goes in. So now I'm just gonna do a little bit on the forehead, a little bit on the cheek, or the jaw, trying to hide that double chin, which will never go away. And now I'm going to use the Primer Infused blush. And I'm just gonna use a Wet n Wild blush brush, and I'm just gonna tap in there, let off the excess. And I like to dab on my blush. I don't blend it or like go woo or shoo. I just kind of dab it on there, and I go up that right above where the contour would be. I kind of, you know, go up and about. And then I put a little bit on my nose and the chin and then the forehead. So that's it. I don't go heavy on the blush. I don't like a lot of blush. So yeah, that's how that is. And then let's see. I'm gonna go on to do my eyes. I'm not sure what palette to do. I have the Opposites Attract palette. So this is that palette. And then I have the new Classics palette, which is kind of like a nude, neutral palette. It's very pretty. This is more like my speed. And then they also have this one that has a little bit more pops of color, and it is 18 Hit Wonders. I'm just like, look, I don't know why, but I kind of want to use that yellow. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use the new Classics palette. I'm just going to do a very simple eye, but I think I'm going to incorporate that yellow shade in there somewhere. So I'm just going to take a nice blending brush that's kind of like a bigger one, and I'm just going to go into the first shade, which is Creme. And I'm just gonna go in there. All right, so I zoomed you in as close as I could get, and I'm just gonna go back and forth, kind of just going all over the lid. And I'm just gonna do that to both ones. All right, so yeah, it like really does a lot of fallout. Like, you can see it. I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm gonna go into a little bit of a darker shade. I'm gonna go into Truffle. That's just the next one in the palette. And I'm just gonna go in there. Wow, that was like really pigmented. I did not expect that. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of go around right in my crease, and I'm just gonna try to go back and forth. This windshield wiper motions. I don't want it to be too crazy. So I'm just gonna kind of blend it down and out and around and just kind of do circular motions while I go back and forth. Now I'm gonna get a smaller brush. This is a Morphe M506 brush. And I'm going to go into, I think, Charmer. And it's in the next row right here. And it's just a very like pale, like maybe purpley, like a nice rose petal color, maybe like that. I don't know how to explain colors very well, but wow, this palette is very pigmented. Like, I hardly even dipped into that shade, and I feel like, wow. And now I think I'm going to go into the shade. It's Muse. And I'm just going to hardly dip in that because I don't want it to be too much. And I'm just going to kind of put this on the outer lid. And I'm just going to kind of blend it back and forth. And then a little bit out and up into the crease. And just kind of work a V shape. So, we go. Alright. So now I think I'm gonna take a little bit of the concealer. I'm going to do like a half cut crease, because I just want to do a little bit of a shimmer in the middle. I'm just going to take a flat brush with some concealer on it. And I'm just going to go right on the lid right here. Okay, so I'm just going to do it like that because I don't need it to be crazy perfect. And then I'm going to take a Luxie 245 small shader brush. And I'm going to go into, I think, Glamour I'm going to do. So that shade right there, Glamour. And I'm just going to pick it up on the brush. And then I think I'm going to take some setting spray. And I'm just going to mist it, just so it can get the full potential. And I'm going to lay it right over where I put the concealer. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take a nice blending brush again, and I'm gonna go into that Charmer shade again, and I'm just gonna hardly dip into it, and I'm just gonna kind of blend that outside corner just so there's no harsh edges. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to take the Kat Von D 50 shader brush, and I'm just gonna go into Charmer again, that same shade that I've been using, and kind of go right underneath the eye. And then I think, I'm not sure, but I want to use one of the colors from this. I'm not sure if I should use that blue or that yellow. I think I'm going to use the yellow, and this is a weird spot, I guess, to put it in, but I'm going to use the yellow, which is called Solar, in the corner. I'm going to see if that will work. I hope I don't ruin my makeup by doing this. I just see people doing this with the, you know, really bright pop of color in the corner, and I always just think it looks so awesome. So I'm gonna brush off the bake that I did before I really go in with the yellow shade. So I'm gonna use that M506 again from Morphe. I'm gonna dip it into the yellow shade, and I'm just gonna kind of blend it right in that corner of the eye. So off camera, I'm gonna do the other eye. I'm gonna put on some liner and I will be right back. All right, so I'm back and I put on the rest of my eyeshadow, eyeliner, and eyebrows. And what I have left is a e.l.f. volumizing plumping mascara that I want to try out. I also have a metallic glitter eyeshadow by e.l.f. and they also came out with new highlighters. So those are the few things I have left to try, and then a setting spray, and then that's it. So I'm just gonna put on the mascara, just a normal mascara, normal you know, applicator. So we'll see. I've never tried e.l.f. mascaras before, so I'm not sure if it'll be great. There's like no product or something. Like I see the product and I smell the product, but it's literally not doing anything. Nothing. I hate it. It's horrible. Yeah, so I won't be using that again, but hey, I thought it was worth a try. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of this gold eyeliner and put it in the center with the yellow, just to really you know, make that yellow pop. I feel like this gold glitter will really do that. All right, so I'm not sure if you're able to see it, but it's just a little bit of a glow, and I like that. It looks really pretty. And now I'm gonna try out the highlighter. What's weird about it is it's really like hard, like pressed, and you have to really press hard to get it, and then it's like very powdery. So I don't have anywhere to put it, so let me put it here. So there's that. I mean, it looks pretty, you know, on camera. It looks really pretty. So let's hope that it will look that way on my skin. Oh wow, yeah. Blinding. I feel like the first time I used it may have like been like that top coat kind of thing where like we have to you know, some of the e.l.f. like bake powders, you have to take off the top layer and then it will be like really good. So yeah, like whoa, look at that. Look at the eyeliner. I'm like, I have to downplay it somewhat. Okay, so there's that. And then all I have left is lip products and a setting spray. So they have some matte lipsticks and some plumping lip glosses. So I'm gonna use the matte lipstick real quick. And the color I used is Tea Rose. And I'm just gonna let that dry for a second. I'll put a little bit of the plumping gloss. And then I think I'm gonna use the new e.l.f. Plus Glow Dewy Mist. And it says to make sure to mix because it kind of sticks to the bottom. All right, so I'm gonna put some of that gloss on the so I just put it on like the middle and a little bit into the outside. And it is a plumping, so you do feel that little bit of a tingly feeling, but it's not really that bad. And then now I'm just gonna use this and set my face. It smells really good, but the spray, the little sprayer is horrible. It's horrible. Like, it's uneven. In spots it was like poof, and then in spots like you didn't even feel the mist. It's horrible. It feels like it got all over my shirt and not my face. And then in other spots it went all over and it got like big you know, drops of setting spray. So I don't recommend the mist. I bet it's nice. The smell is really nice, but they need to upgrade that mister because it is really bad. But yeah, overall I think all the products are really nice. Yeah, I like it. That I can't get over how blinding that highlight is though, but like bam, bam. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed everything. And I hope you found some new products by e.l.f. They really do have great products. They've been coming out with great new collections recently. So if you don't want to spend, you know, full price or on high-end makeup from Sephora and everything, drugstore makeup is really getting up there recently. I mean, it's really good. So yeah, I really like the eyeshadow palettes by e.l.f. They are really nice. They're a little powdery, but not too bad. The sprayer just sucks. The lipsticks and lip glosses I feel like are great. This, I feel like it's a really nice concealer. I don't have any creasing. It does very good coverage. Yeah, and I think the Poreless Putty Primer does a really good job covering your pores. I don't really see a lot of my pores. At first, I didn't like the Flawless Finish foundation, but after I put on the setting spray, it really did melt into my skin. I didn't really enjoy that silicone sponge. I mean, I think I could do without. I really like the powder. The blushes are nice. The bronzer's really nice. Yeah, I really enjoyed everything. And I mean, I know this is just a first impression, but of everything pretty much. And I'm not, you know, I haven't worn it all day yet, but I do really like it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And please give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked the video. Please hit subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And please give me some feedback. Let me know how you enjoyed the video, if you've ever used any of these products, and if there are any other e.l.f. products out there that I didn't review. But yeah, I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!